Welcome to Motivation with an Edge presents Raising My Daughter in This Fucked Up World, Part 31. What relationship do you wish you had with your father?
Oh, shit. All right, baby. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome. Here we are again. So this one is probably one I should have done first. I think the first one of these videos we did a while back was the role of parenting, things like that. And I don't know how many people have a great relationship with their parent. I don't know how many people yearn for more. I don't know how many people have immigrant parents who weren't the most communicative or worried about feelings. Or didn't hang out with their kids or were afraid of their parents or across the board. So there's two sides to this one. One, and I'm sure a lot of people just wish I had a better relationship with my father. I love my father. He was a great father, great supporter, he would sell the shirt off his back for me, and I believed him. But it wasn't a feelings relationship. I mean, he's fucking, it's not his fault. That's what he knows. My father's a Palestinian immigrant man, came and built a life for his family, great man. I have 5 sisters. I'm his son. He was hard on me, but he supported me so much before I became an adult. And all those things, and that's fine. I don't hold anything against him, but I wish there was more trust that I could just talk to him as a man instead of worrying about being scolded for what I'm doing wrong. I mean, to this day, the trauma of that, being disappointing my father and having that relationship continues to take a toll on me. I'm very aware of my feelings and my thoughts and my very few insecurities, and that's something that holds me down. And then you flip, okay? In life, there is the idea, the pursuit of an ideal relationship, the perfect relationship. But most people will equate this to romantic relationships, love, soulmates, all that bullshit kind of thing, right? But in truth, we hope in our lives, you silly girl, we hope in our lives to have a great relationship. And I'm not going to sit here and say one for the other, whatever, but I will say exactly what's going on in my life. I've never thought about long-term marriage and a picket fence and all that shit. I never thought of it. I always thought about having a kid. And before I had her, I thought about what would I want? Like, what do I want to do here? And I knew I would be myself. I wasn't going to change my ways or be less aggressive or less Waleed. I was going to be what I was going to be. But I thought about, very young, the only potential for the perfect relationship in life, I believe, is a father and his daughter. Not a father and a son, because males will always have egos and battles. Not a mother and a boy, because moms just worry all the time, and that will supersede a lot of the emotional bond they can have. And I could be wrong, so please don't get mad at me in the comments for that. So I believe the potential for a perfect relationship is the alpha male taking care of the girl cub. And when I think about all these different things, and the million different ideas and thoughts that I have for this, it's kind of a loaded one. But what the I guess the title says is what relationship you wish you had with your father. And then on a bigger picture, what is the best relationship you could possibly have? And I know there was one I was going to do a video about my daughter, my best friend, and then I understand all the negative connotation with that. Well, if a child would give an inch, will take a mile, take advantage of you if you're not too strict. Like, I know all that stuff. I see all the angles, and I understand that. And maybe this is too late for some people, because the foundation to have a child who, I don't raise my voice with her, I don't speak down to her. She knows I'm scary as fuck, but not to her. She's never had that. She's always had a dome of beauty and joy around here. But I didn't want to have a relationship where I have to be the parent. Like, oh, my rules, my house, and my this and my that, and all this fuck shit. Go have a timeout. All this bullshit authoritarian crap. The motherfuckers learn from who? Like, I don't know where people learn all these stereotype things, because I cannot ever listen to anybody else about parenting, with all due respect, because this world is fucking full of idiots. And I mean that, like, not negatively. I literally mean full of idiots. Full of copycats, conformists, people who are so insecure and so distant from what an ideal image is. Their parents did that, and their parents didn't know, so that's just the way it goes. So I understand that. So when I looked at my relationship with her, I'm like, okay, if on my side, which I can speak of, I want this. Then I asked, what would I want with my father? Then I go when I can go through it all. But the third part to that is actually talking to your daughter. So Emmanuel, let's just see a few things. You don't have to answer any fake whatever. Do you enjoy our time together?
Yes, very much. Because I think absence makes the heart grow fond.
Well, that's with us. We see each other 3 days a week. It's actually been a great thing, because we spent all this quality time together. So our relationship is always missing each other, always loving, but in the time it's quality. Do you trust me fully?
Yes.
But you know I have opinions that you can't trust. We talked about that in one of the other episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you trust me with embarrassing things?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't really tested too much yet. So these are things you're building the trust and the foundation because you don't know for sure. She's 12. I mean, she hasn't gone through a lot of life shit. Would you be willing to talk to me if something wasn't to your liking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you be open to having conversations, more grown-up conversations with me because I've shown that I can be trustworthy? Are you able to tell me things that maybe there are vulnerable and mistakes you made because I've been able to show you my mistakes and downside? And then you go on and on and on and on. And I don't know if I'm ever going to have that love relationship, that the ideal with a romantic partner. I've met in my life, and this sounds really, really shitty, I've only met 2 women that now what I know and the personality I have that I could even picture spending time with all the time. One I was head over heels in love with and she wasn't feeling it, and one I was just infatuated with. None of them were my girlfriend. So none of them were ever my girlfriend. So I've never actually been with a girl that I can see myself being with long term, including her mother when we were together. I just didn't, that was just, that's neither here nor there. The point is, I don't know why so many people, I kind of do, because we don't know what we're doing. We're a little lost. Why would you waste the potential for the perfect relationship trying to be a parent? Understanding full well, kids are kids. Kids don't know shit unless you tell them. Kids learn what they learn. Kids will take what they can get. But I think it's incumbent upon all of us, especially men, we all like have a daughter. Mwah. But take it upon yourself to ask your kid what is going on with them and what you can improve upon and how you can make it better and the things you do and what it is and what are they not telling you? Do they trust with? All of the things that would make a relationship perfect, we can do. Now, I started early, so maybe some people are maybe too late because then your kid already has missed things, or already are spoiled, or already
has a mindset of their own and can't look back on.
But you can still try. But I wish with my father, I had that relationship with him that I could sit and just talk to my dad and shoot the shit and laugh and talk. Instead of having to feel the threat of a parent. Instead, I have the best relationship I could possibly imagine with my daughter. People ask me, how's your relationship with your daughter? I'm like, I can't imagine it being better. And all people say, well, your kid turned 16. Wait for it. Listen, man, those people, that's a fucking cop-out. I understand hormones. I understand sexuality. I understand boy-girl stuff, and it's going to be a little bit tricky and dicey. But that's what we prepare for. We put all this time to everything else in life. Why would I not put the time into making sure I have the best relationship with this beautiful, beautiful girl? Instead of looking for the ideal out there, create the ideal right here. All right? Anyway, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe. All that.
And thank you. If you leave a comment, thank you for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
All right, baby. All right.